A very good day. I would like to bid to Dr. Aida binti Ali. Today, our group will be presenting and discussing about our code for Lab 4, in which we have three programs for it, program 1, 2, and 3. Before that, we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Muhammad Ziyaafser, and I'm living in Johor.
Hi everyone, my name is Kagineswaran and I'm from Selangor.
Hi everyone, my name is Sajid and I am from Johor.
Hello, my name is Vinodh and I'm from Selangor.
All right. So, without wasting your time, let's move to our first program, program 1.
All right, online, I'll start the program from the main program. So on line 19, the offset string 1 is moved to EDX. Then when we step into line 20, we call the right string in EDX, which is enter a side value for hexagon 1. So Sajid, I think you can enter any value. And then when we step into line 21, we can call the readInt library procedure where we enter the hexagon side value. Then line 22, the value of EAX is moved to side hexa 1. For line 24, it's the same case as happened on line 19, but for line 24 is for the second hexagon. So Sajid, any random value for hexagon 2? All right. Then we're moving on to line 29, where we make EAX value is 0 and the ECX value to 6 because hexagon has 6 sides. Then when we step into line 32, where loop 1 occurs, step into line 33, where we add the side hexa 1 to EAX. And when we step into, the loop continues 6 times, and then the line 35, where the final value of EAX will be moved into the perimeter hexagon 1. And then on line 39 is same as how the loop 1 works. And the final value of EAX will be stored into the perimeter hexagon 2. And the next will be continued by Sajid.
So now I will explain the existing part of my program 1. In line 44, we can see in here, in here, I added both of the parameters of hexagon 1 and hexagon 2 and put it in the total parameter value. Just I need to show in our output box. And again, now from the output box, if I want to get the third line here, I need to press the enter. Then here I can now I can you can see the output box where where in line 49, here is the explanation. Here you can see the parameter for hexagon 1 with side value. Here in the next line, I use the same process. I call the string first, then put the side hex value, which is 5 into EAX, then call the right integer function that helps here to print the plus 5. Plus here the value plus 5 is used because integer value always supports the signed numbers. So here it means we have to count 5 times 5 times EAX value, which is 6. That means 5 into 5 into 5, 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, which is 30. Which is 30. So in line 55, you can see the move EDX offset breaker. Here I used an offset breaker. The plus 5 and plus 30, the plus 5 and plus 30, I have an if in here. So I declare it with a breaker. So the offset breaker is for that. Here you can also see the offset breakers are for both of the string value is string 1 and string 2. So here in line 72, you can see the offset total, which is actually the summation or the summation of the parameters of both of the integer values. So here again I call the string the same process I use. Here again I call the string for the total parameter, then I put the total parameter into EAX, then I got the total which is 54. Okay, so this is the end of our program 1.
All right, moving on with the program 2. So for this, we will be having the multiplication process. We have to be getting the user input, what times what, the multiplicand times multiplier, and then we have to show the product. So what we did here, first, let's see whether the code runs or not. Just Yeah. And let's test 9 times 5. So we'll be getting 45. And now I will be explaining it line by line. I will be like referring for this line what I did, this line what I did. So yeah. So first I initialized the word, the C out words here. For C++, we just use C out and all, but here we have to initialize first here. So I just initialize it into 5 different messages so that I can use it later. And I also declared those variables, multiplier, and product, which I will be using it here for the code to understand what is a multiplier, multiplier, and product. And I use the word for it since it's 4-byte, 32-bit. So all right. So moving on. For the first part, this thing, please enter a multiplicand. So for this thing, I've initialized here as message 1. So I will be doing here as offset message 1. Then I write string, read integer, and I move EAX into multiplicand, in which this read int will be is used so that it reads the 32-byte 0 until 9, and then when we press enter it will proceed to the next one. So that is the reason I put read int here, and that's what when the user inputs one digit, it will be like this. Then moving on will be the message 2 for multiplier. I did the same thing here also. So when the user inputs a number here, it reads, and the next step will be that. And the third step here I did is the multiplication process, in which I move multiplicand here and then multiplier I times with my multiplier, and then I named it as my product. I moved the value here into product, and that's what it will later show lah. All right, so moving on will be the message 3, in which our message 3 is multiplication of, in which it should show times 9 times 5, which is our multiplicand times multiplier. But before I do this thing, I should also declare this times thing, in which my message 5 is the times symbol. So I have to declare that as well after this thing, so that it knows after my times symbol, it should be multiplier, and that's the reason I did multiplier here. And once we settle with these two things, this multiplication of this thing is will be working on. And then the last one would be message 4, in which the product is. So the product is the product that we declared earlier here. Move product EAX into product. So the multiplier times multiplicand will be this product, and I write def and control F this thing. So that's what I did for the program 2. And yeah, this is the output for it as shown in the task. So that's for program 2.
All right, so this is for program 3 of our lab 4, in where the program asks the user to enter numbers to be allocated to array, and then you add even and add odd. And the extra challenge is to add all of it. Okay, so I'll be talking about line 7, string 1. This is where I declare all the strings will be used. For example, enter integer, total odd is, total even is, and total all, which is the extra challenge. And then hello dword. Okay, so hello dword is where I declare all the values here to be 0, all the arrays that I'll be counting to be 0 initially. And then count even will be my array, and dword hello 0, hello 8, and hello 16 are the items. And then hello 4, hello 12, and hello 20 will be the items for count odd. Then now I'll be trying to get, these are the variables that we not know, and I need to calculate the addition of it, total odd, total even, total all. Okay, so for my .code, okay, so first will be move edx offset string 1. So string 1 will be enter integer. I think I'll just run it so you guys can see it clearly. All right, so we just put it over here. Okay, so enter integer. And then they ask to find the first value, read in and move right string, enter integer, it will clearly come out, called read decimal. So I just need to put a value. For example, now I'll put 32. This will be my hello 0. And then the second one will be the same thing for hello array 4. So I'll put 32, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot. Let's just check. 55. Oh no. Okay, then this will be 55. And third one will be 65. Let me just put in all the values. 65, 77. Oh no, never mind. Let's just simply put some values. 14, 54. Okay, so then I have to go down here once. Okay, so we come back here. Then this is my terminal. So I did that for the same for all of it. So hello for hello 4, hello 8, hello 12. The reason why I do it 4 by 4 is because dword uses 4 bytes and 32 bits, hence why it's by 4. Okay, and then here. So here's the array part for line 61. Move ESI. Offset hello will be, the hello array will be into ESI. Move ESI into EX. ESI is the array. Move ECX to 2 will be our counter here. Okay, so for our first loop is where we calculate the total odd. Total odd will be calculating hello for array 4, array 12, and array 20. So add ESI 8 because we go by 8. So 8, 0, 8, and 16. That's the initial one. So add EX, ESI into EX, 1. So you just keep doing this for 0, 8, and 16. But then for total odd, you have to calculate 4, 12, and 20. So you do offset hello plus 4 here. So that's how you get the addition for total odd. And total even is pretty simple. Add ESI, which is the array. So you'll be calculating the array for hello array 0, hello array 8, and hello array 16. Okay, and then for here, move EDX offset string 2. Okay, so here is where we'll call the total odd is, total even is. Okay, so string 2 will be total odd is. So call right string. Yes, this is how it comes out. And this is the total value of total odd. And then for total even, this is the total value of total even. It's the same thing as total odd. Okay, so total all, sorry. Since now EAX is total even is into EAX, you just have to add EAX with total odd. So 101 plus 186. And total all, and you then call total all, you'll get 1, then it'll be 7, 9, 2, 297. So that's all for program 3. Thank you. And now for reflection, we'll start off with Afsar.
So that's the end for all the 3 programs. Now, reflection. For my reflection, I would say I actually learned a lot by doing this program, in which for me, it was program 2, where before this, we learned how to initialize the multiplication process, division process by using div or mul. But now we have a whole scenario, and in which we have few results we have to use, we have to follow, in which we have to initialize so many things in the code. If it's in C++, we could just use cout and all. It's easy for us to use the string. But now for assembly language, it is different in as we have to initialize it earlier and maybe as, for example, I use message 1 and then we will be using it. So I would say I'm now able to use all my knowledges, all the short knowledges I learned before this. I'm now able to use it in one code, and I was so happy when the code was able to run. So that's my reflection.
All right. So for my reflection, what I learned was that array, yes, we can use array in loops. Apparently, I did not know that before doing this program. Yeah. So you just have to declare initialize, as Afsar said just now. You just have to initialize everything. The strings I have also used. I initialize the string. You have to initialize arrays for zeros as well, and then you calculate the loops using the arrays and all. And yeah, I think I learned a lot from this code. Thank you.
All right. For my part, I think in this lab, I have learned a lot of things, especially the library procedure, like write string, delay, and many more. And it also shows me like when to use it and how to use it. And one more thing is, when I was doing the program 1, I get to know more about the loops, how it works, like that. I think that's all from me.
So as for my reflection, actually my part was the program 1, and during the time of program 1, during the time of this programming, I have learned a lot about the library procedures and the summations through the assembly languages. Actually, I never did it before, that how to sum of the integer numbers, the positive numbers, accordingly through the assembly languages. And I also learned how to loop, actually. So overall, this journey was really a great opportunity to learn the assembly coding more for me, and hope this will do a great work for me in future. Thank you.
So yeah, that's it from us. Thank you.